You wake up tired. You have your coffee, but by 2 p.m., you are looking for a place to nap. You feel weak when you climb the stairs, and maybe you have noticed your memory is a little foggier than it used to be. It is easy to blame these things on getting older. We tell ourselves that slowing down is just a normal part of aging. But what if I told you that, for many of you watching right now, this fatigue is not about your age at all? What if your body is simply screaming for a specific nutrient it can no longer absorb efficiently? Today, we are going to talk about vitamin B12, the energy architect of your body. But more importantly, I am going to show you 6 specific foods that can help you reclaim your energy. And I will explain a critical scientific reason why eating healthy might not be enough if you are over 60. This is a problem that affects seniors more than any other group. You see, vitamin B12 is responsible for making your red blood cells and keeping your nerves working correctly. When you do not have enough, your body cannot carry oxygen efficiently to your muscles or your brain. That is why you feel weak. That is why you feel that deep, heavy exhaustion. But here is the tricky part. As we age, our stomachs change. Many adults over 60 develop something called atrophic gastritis. That sounds scary, but it just means the lining of your stomach thins out and produces less acid. Why does that matter? Because you need that strong stomach acid to rip vitamin B12 out of protein foods like steak or chicken. This matters now more than ever, because untreated B12 deficiency does not just make you tired. Over time, it can lead to permanent nerve damage and balance issues, increasing your risk of falls. It can even mimic the signs of dementia. The good news is that this is often reversible. By choosing the right foods that are packed with B12 and, crucially, are easy for an older digestive system to process, you can turn the lights back on in your body. So let's dive into the top 6 foods that will help you fight fatigue naturally. Food number 1 is a powerhouse from the sea, and that is clams. Let's move to food number 2, which is often called nature's multivitamin. Beef liver. I can almost hear some of you sighing because liver is an acquired taste. However, you cannot argue with the science. A standard slice of beef liver provides incredibly high amounts of B12, along with vitamin A and copper. If you struggle with the taste, try soaking it in milk before cooking to remove the bitterness, or chop it finely and hide it in a meatloaf or bolognese sauce. It is an incredibly efficient way to restore your levels quickly. Here is a surprising fact specifically for your health. Did you know that taking high doses of folic acid can actually mask a B12 deficiency? It fixes the anemia on your blood test, but it does not stop the nerve damage. That is why getting B12 from whole foods is so much safer and smarter than just guessing with supplements. Food number 3 is likely more familiar to you. Wild-caught salmon or trout. These fatty fish are excellent because they are softer and easier to digest than red meat. A serving of trout gives you nearly 100% of your B12. Plus you get those essential omega-3 fatty acids, which are brilliant for your brain and reducing inflammation in your joints. It is a 2-for-1 deal for healthy aging. Aim for 2 servings a week, baked or grilled. Now I have a question for you. I want you to answer honestly in the comments below. Do you rely on a daily nap to get through the afternoon? Or do you power through the day? Let me know, because your answer helps us understand how common this fatigue really is in our community. Let's talk about food number 4, and this is the secret weapon for anyone with low stomach acid. Fortified breakfast cereals. Remember how I said you need stomach acid to pull B12 out of meat? Well, the B12 added to fortified cereals is different. It is not bound to protein. That means your body can absorb it easily, even if your digestion is slow or weak. Check the label on your favorite bran flakes or oat loops. If it says fortified with B12, you have found a simple, digestion-friendly way to start your day energized. Food number 5 is perfect for my vegetarian friends or anyone looking to add flavor without salt. Nutritional yeast. It has a cheesy, nutty flavor and you can sprinkle it on popcorn, soups, or roasted vegetables. Just like the cereal, the B12 here is highly absorbable. Finally, food number 6 is dairy, specifically Greek yogurt. Studies have shown that the B12 in dairy products is actually more absorbable than the B12 in meat for some people. A cup of Greek yogurt not only gives you B12, but also a solid hit of protein and calcium for your bones. It is gentle on the stomach and makes for a perfect breakfast or snack. So here are your practical steps. You do not need to eat all 6 of these every day. Pick 2 or 3 that you enjoy. Maybe have yogurt for breakfast, salmon for dinner twice a week, and sprinkle some nutritional yeast on your lunch. Consistency is key here. You are trying to rebuild a storage tank that has been running on empty. Before we finish, I have to give you a serious warning. If you are experiencing numbness or tingling in your hands and feet, or if you feel unsteady when you walk, please see your doctor immediately. These can be signs of advanced B12 deficiency that food alone might not fix fast enough. Do not wait until you have a fall. The big takeaway today is hope. You do not have to accept fatigue as the price of admission for turning 60 or 70. Your body is resilient, and if you give it the right fuel in the right form, it will pay you back with energy. One last question before you go. Which of these 6 foods is already in your fridge right now? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to this channel. Here is to eating smarter and feeling stronger. I will see you in the next video.